Hello everyone. I'm going to go through this as a brief overview for week 7. There's the new portion of this is going into argumentation, but if you've been up to date on the reading and going through these things, the posted Dropbox is now up for the basic breakdown of what the first part of the assignment is. It's a pretty straightforward and easy thing to fill out. I hope there are no more changes to what you submit or incorrect files or file types or any of these things, but I'm going to walk through this in a few minutes so that we can get moving forward with the finalization of both memoirs and rhetorical analysis drafting stages, and then move into argument, which will be what we work on for the rest of the term. At this time, I am trying to maintain both contact and feedback for the course, but many students are making this excessively difficult, and this is only an issue in online sections. Face-to-face and hybrid have had little to no issue of any kind, and certainly not these types of issues. And most of the issues here are simply the result of students not following directions, not doing the readings, not reading the emails and posts that were sent out at the beginning of term, and for many of you that I've sent out again, including files and formats, or sending repetitive messages to me regarding issues that were already covered, often more than once, in said directions, readings, and emails. At this time, I will push the argumentation summary and working thesis to Monday, but I am not extending the submission dates any further for memoir or rhetorical analysis for all students. Only students who have been up to date on their work, and we've already been working with things, will I give any consideration to those right now. This evening I'm posting this video. So the main thing here is this whole thing with the amount of time spent dealing with the issues that you're supposed to have covered, just fielding questions through communications. And I am not speaking to you students, again, who have been up to date and working on these things, and you're just messaging me or sending me email inquiries, and certainly not any of you who are inquiring about not having a feedback file at a different time. I've tried to address that as I can, but please note, I am working around the clock to keep up on these online classes that I have. This section, for the first time, I don't think I've ever had anything close to this, where the issues with the submissions, the lack of adherence to the guidelines, the readings, the requirements, and things like that have been in such excessive degree. From this point forward, I'm going to be spending much more of my time focused on the students who have their work in and are doing these things and clearly are doing the readings. I have, in this section, I believe I have 22, 23 students still on roster. 15 submitting work, 5 students submitting work that actually follows the directions and is actually the file that I gave you to fill out and submit, or the formatting. I mean, at this point, with what I'm seeing on rhetorical analysis drafts that are coming in, I have students who still haven't even reviewed any of the samples that are there, and I know that all the files were up to date and everyone was accessible, had access to those because we worked out all those issues. But there are students who clearly haven't read the textbook. There are students who haven't looked at the examples that were posted. There are students who haven't read the chapter on MLA or even looked up what MLA is, even though it's been covered in several different areas already. Times New Roman 12-point font, double spacing, the formatting, the way a heading goes, the way a title goes, the last name and page number, the formatting of a paragraph. I have students still submitting entire 4-page documents of one giant or 2 or 3 paragraphs that aren't broken off or tabbed at the left-hand side. They're simply just broken in places. I want to be able to move forward with this section. The online sections in general, again, face-to-face and hybrids, I'm not having any of these issues. I have students in here who have not responded to messages and haven't responded to the fact that zeros are posted across the board for many of your assignments because you either haven't submitted or what you submitted has increasingly been continually and increasingly been problematic about what's being submitted. Okay, I need the directions to be followed. If you guys expect me to be able to post the type of feedback and things that you need for this course to make progress on your end, I desperately want to make that happen for you. I love working with my students in this capacity on these types of assignments. I certainly can't do it if you're not actually following the directions. Okay? Summary, the memoir final drafts, are due on the 22nd. The rhetorical analysis roughs are the 23rd. I will move the argumentation to the 28th, but that is it for now. And we will be going right from the summary, the memoir, the argumentation summary and working thesis template portion that's in that Dropbox. We'll be going from that directly into a preliminary works cited page. So you will start with your research that you want to do. Make sure you watch the videos that were posted in your course schedule through the librarians with the going over MLA formatting and searching MLA format and searching documents, web search versus research, and all of those, so that you're getting into research about an argumentation topic. The argumentation topic's primary list is listed in that Dropbox here. And please note, this is a summary and working thesis. You have to fill that out in total. And down here at the bottom, follow the directions for how you're approaching this. Here are pre-approved topics, as long as you make sure that you understand they have to be controversial and controvertible, meaning there has to be 2 or more sides to the argument. And I will consider other topics, but no unapproved topics will be accepted. All topics must clearly be argumentative, having at least 2 sides to the argument. Okay? That's the starting point for this. If you do not have a clear topic that you are interested in on your own, by all means, pick something from that list and stick with a staple. CQ Researcher, there are the databases like opposing viewpoints that can help you get different viewpoints to approach these from, but those have to start this week.